This is a review for Zen Bidet Z500. The Z500 model is pretty much the top of the line, which has dual nozzles. As you can see, two nozzles, one for backwash and one for feminine hygiene, and it also has the hot and cold. You can see here, hot and cold adjustment. So it uses both hot water and cold water, as well as it has two nozzles to shoot at different angles. So that's a Z500. I've been using this bidet for over a year now, so this is going to be not only an unboxing review, but an actual review after 1 year of use. So I have the exact same bidet mounted here. As you can see, I'll do the unboxing and go part by part of what's in the box versus where it goes in your toilet. If you don't know what a bidet is, it's basically a water cleaning system for your behind. And as you can see, there'll be two nozzles here that shoots out water from there, a jet. One really powerful for the back and one for feminine hygiene, which is a little less powerful, but the angle is forward throw, and that cleans up real nice. It is something that I would recommend everybody should try and see how awesome it is and how clean you feel and how less constipated you basically are. Here's a typical elongated toilet. You can absolutely fit a bidet right here. And here's another one by Kohler, and you can do that as well. But this is the model you cannot fit a bidet in, a one-piece model where there's not enough room to actually make a bidet fit in there. So stay away from these toilets, or stay away from trying to install a bidet in these style one-piece toilets. It's a very simple system. It costs I believe around $60. And there's a big red letter that says, "Please read. If you run into any issues, contact us." So that's really good of them to say that, customer service is available if you run into issues. And I've actually contacted them while I installed this bidet. I'll tell you when that happened. A small part I thought was missing, but it was in there somewhere. So it's got a 1 year limited warranty. Basically, bidet carefully tested, blah blah. 1 year from that, they would send a new bidet. If chemicals are used, or some sort of tampering, or just too old, they're not going to replace. So guess you have to put the date of purchase. If you buy from Amazon, it'll be in there. And then there's assembly instructions that tell you exactly how to hook this up. So let's see the parts. Okay, you got the bidet body unit. As you can see, it's got 3 knobs. So you have the hot and cold switch connection. So you turn this way, you'll get colder water. You turn that way, you get hotter water. Okay. So here, this is the actual turn on and off thing. So if I turn it this way, I'll get one nozzle shooting out, rear where it says, and then for the front, the other nozzle shooting out. This is the nozzle clean. You turn this on, you basically see water cleaning the nozzle, so you don't have to touch it or clean it or anything. You clean like normally you would clean a toilet. There's nothing special maintenance for this. Just don't use harsh chemicals, that's all. So those are the operations basically. And then we got 2 hoses. The white hose is for your hot water line, and the braided hose is basically for your cold water line. What I mean by that is, as you can see here, from the cold water, which usually comes out and goes into your toilet, we are putting a T adapter here and run that braided line from that all the way into the bidet. And that's what this line is used for. The hot water line, normally the way it's done is exactly similar to that, there will be a T attachment that goes right into the hot water line of the nearby sink fitting. So, you have a sink like this, hand wash. If you look under the sink, you'll see the cold water and hot water connection. And right here, you disconnect this hose and put the T adapter and hook up that white line all the way to the back of the bidet. But in my case, my toilet wasn't anywhere near the connection, so I just did extra plumbing to run a dedicated hot water line to run it into the bidet, so it's much shorter. As well as you could see that T connection I capped off the top because I don't have a sink on top of it. So this is a slightly different setup than what you would normally do. Let's see these little parts that come in the box. So you have a whole bunch of fittings here. So this T connection is what goes up in the toilet right here, as you can see. So one goes to the toilet, the other side goes to the braided hose off the toilet, and then out of that T comes out the bidet cold water connection. So we got that covered, and there's a washer for it. And then this is the other one for the hot water connection. So you tap it under the vanity right here, and then you come out of here to the vanity, and then your T connection is where this white hose goes on. So you basically stick that hose in here and tighten this nut. The other side of the white requires this little piece. This is the part I was missing last time, or so I thought, but it was hiding inside one of these. So where this guy goes is basically that goes at the end of this hose, and you stick this into the hose and stick it in first, and then you put the wing nut, this wing nut in there. So hose here, and the other side of the hose has that, and that's how we connect the hot water. You also have an extra cap. Why do you need a cap, you may ask? The way you work the cap is basically you can cap off the hot water line like this right here, and then just attach a cold water if you want to wait for the plumber to come and do the hot water tap or something like that, or you can use the bidet as just a cold water bidet. So that's why you have this cap. So bottom line, that is the unboxing, and that's how these parts are used. So moving on to how it feels to have a Zen Z500 bidet for over a year now. So I got this in Amazon, and I really like it. I normally go for a competitor's bidet. This time, one of the big features that actually made me buy this bidet is that they promise all their valves are metal, compared to the other bidet I used to buy for all my installations, that those are not metal valves, they're plastic valves, but the fittings were metal on the other ones. So this is a little more robust. It's been good for over a year now without any leaks. And also, I would say this will last longer, in my opinion. I've taken apart the other ones. I will take apart this and do a review later on. If you consider the pros and cons, pros, it's super clean. You feel really great. You feel less constipated. And overall, it's really healthy to use water. And easy maintenance, 2 nozzles, hot cold water adjustment. So everything is a pro, basically. A couple of cons. It's a little pet peeve of mine. The white color here is much more bluer than any toilet that's in the market, which is more off-white. So it just is a little mismatch. The bidet as it comes is set defaulted for like round toilets, which are like shorter, like these shorter toilets, and those toilets it's throwing the water right about here instead of here. So you might have to adjust the nozzle with the screws underneath to fit to the elongated toilet. If people don't know that, they'll be stuck with the same position and won't be happy. So that is the end of the review for this bidet. Highly recommended. I will put an Amazon link, as well as I'll do another update after taking this apart, maybe after a year or so. I did one for the competitor's bidet. I'll do one for this in 2 years. All right, see you in the next video.